So I chose my topic to be problems with the FDA. And in this, I chose to write about this topic because it interests me how the FDA works and there's certain products that they regulate. And I wanted to learn more about how they run their regulations and keep the products that they release to the public safe so these products don't cause harm to anyone. And I will talk about the major problems with the FDA and how they're affecting us right now. So one of their bigger problems is medical devices, and they've had recent trouble in cybersecurity vulnerabilities and making sure everyone is safe and secure. And they've also had trouble with keeping medical devices safe to release to the public and for the patients to use so they don't cause any sort of harm to the patients that come into hospitals, doctor offices, all that sort of thing. And last year, Medtronic, which is a company, they disabled internet updates for 34,000 CareLink programming devices, and healthcare providers around the world use these to access implanted pacemakers, and they were saying the system was vulnerable to cyber attacks. And my grandpa has had trouble with pacemakers before, so this kind of kept me interested in I wanted to learn more about what goes on and how they regulate these and release them. And another one of FDA's bigger problems is Juul, and they're just little e-cigarette devices that contain nicotine. And on May 5th, 2016, the FDA issued their final rule that regulates them and says that they're okay to release. And the biggest problem with this is that a lot of underage kids are using them, and they contain nicotine, which causes harm to their bodies. And since this problem arose, they've been trying to find ways to stop the underage kids from using these products. And the issue they called it their final deeming rule. And to get kids off, the underage kids off of these, they've been running ads and campaigns, and they've put a lot of money in to try and get them off. And Juul is actually a billion-dollar industry, so they're super big, and a lot of people are buying them. More and more products are imported to the United States each year, and this could become a problem for the FDA because with the more products that get imported to the U.S. means the more that they have to review, make sure nothing's wrong with them, and then release them to the public. And if this keeps going, it could cause a lot of harm to people, and in the future there could be too many products to review and regulate. And their job is protecting consumers. And so over the years, it's been increasing. Products that have been imported to the United States have been increasing 5 to 10% per year for the last decade. And those percentages are expected to keep rising, which become a huge problem. And so in conclusion, I enjoyed learning about the FDA and how they are an important part in our safety. Hopefully in the future they're able to fix the bigger problems and make sure everyone's safe and about the products they buy and use. And I see now how hard it is to keep us safe and keep up with all the different types of products that they're reviewing and keeping everyone happy and making sure nothing's going on, because that's a hard job. And you never really know when a certain product could cause harm to you. No one really thinks about it when they're using it or when they're eating food, stuff like that. And keeping everyone happy is hard because if one thing goes wrong, you get a lot of criticism and backlash, and people just don't trust you anymore. So trying to keep up with all the products and reviewing them is just a hard thing to do.